Well, it's been a long summer, but finally the Premier League is back. And of course, Arsenal kick off the season, as we have for a couple of years, it feels like. But finally, we've kicked it off with a win at Crystal Palace. It was absolutely vital. We picked up the 3 points today to start off well. And that's exactly what we've done with Martinelli and an own goal from Saka's cross, giving us a 2-0 win. Very, very happy with that. Some really good performances today. Got to give a shout out to our defence. Ramsdale in goal as well. Saliba was man of the match. Absolutely incredible from him. But let's have a look at the breakdown, guys. Welcome back to Operation Arsenal. We're going to be doing a mix of Arsenal reviews and also my more recent series, which is, 5 things we've learned from a certain result. So we're going to do a mix, but I would always talk about the game after. I also live streamed it tonight. So if you missed the live stream, the watch along, it's on my channel. There is a playlist with all of my live streams and you can check it out. Should say I do swear in the live streams. I don't swear in my videos, but just a little warning there if you are young and don't want to hear swear words. I feel like that's such a redundant statement these days. Everything has swearing in it. But anyway, it's a really, really strong result, this, guys. And look, the performance, a few people asked me when they joined the stream late, how are we doing? How do we look? For a first game of the season, there's a lot of pressure on Arsenal as a club to perform in the first game of the season, get off to a good start. To go to a place, Crystal Palace is not easy. Selhurst Park is very, very tough to go and get a win. I mean, we lost 3-0 last time we were there, and you could argue it effectively ruined our top 4 chances. It was one of those losses that we got. So, I was very impressed with the performance. I think, the first 10 minutes were absolutely out of this world. We were all over them. Some of the play with Jesus, Ødegaard, Saka, it was beautiful. And then it kind of simmered down. We got the 1-0 lead, which really helped after 20 minutes. Lovely deep corner from Saka, which was headed in by Zinchenko, who then got it to Martinelli, and he just nods it in. Nice assist for Zinchenko on his debut for Arsenal. Competitive debut, I should say. And first goal of the season goes to Martinelli. And then, again, it was a bit quiet. Second half came along, and honestly, for large parts of that second half, Crystal Palace were dominating. We'll have a look at their stats in a moment, but I feel like it's a little bit harsh for Palace not to have anything from this game. But we managed it well. You could argue that maybe it wasn't about the performance today. It's all about the result. And then, of course, 85 minutes in, we do get that second goal, and it was done. So, goal for Martinelli, assist for Zinchenko, and an own goal. Let's have a look at the lineup. So, as you can see here, Zinchenko's got man of the match on FOTMob. My man of the match, personally, I'd go for Saliba. I thought he was immense. Joyce in my career mode, I call him the Rolls Royce, but no, Saliba is the Rolls Royce. He's just, there's something about him. He oozes class, doesn't he? He's better than Gabriel. He's better than Ben White. He's 21. He's here to stay. Lock him down to a new contract. And our chances of keeping clean sheets, much, much higher with him in the team. Really, really impressed with Saliba. I thought Zinchenko was very good. I think Ramsdale was very good. But in terms of underwhelming performances, I don't think Ødegaard had a particularly strong game. I thought Saka was a little bit quiet at times, but, he still had his moments. I'm not saying Ødegaard was bad. I just think out of everyone, he was probably the most underwhelming performance for me. We had a couple of players come on late into the game. That's something I would like to see Arteta change. I'm guessing it's more because we've got injuries and not many people are fit, but we can do 5 subs. Why aren't we using 5 subs in the first game of the season when it's 2-0? Just bring on a couple more. Pepe could have come on for a few minutes, or even Nelson, El Neni, Matt Turner for his debut, whatever. Just change the keeper, why not? But he stuck with this lineup for basically 80 minutes of the game today. Let's have a look at the stats then. So, possession-wise, it's evened out a little bit, but yeah, it doesn't surprise me that Palace have more in general. The expected goals very even, same amount of shots, same amount of chances. Genuinely, I think 2-0 it's a bit flattering. It could have easily been 2-2, I would say. Obviously, looking into stats isn't always the best thing to do, but I would say overall, Arsenal were good for the win. It's it's just a little bit flattering having a 2-0 win. But the thing is, it's about managing the game at times, isn't it? And I think we did that really well today. Yeah, really, really, really happy, because if we lose this game, you can hear the meltdown already. I can hear AFTV from here right now. If we lose that game, just, this isn't good enough. Same old Arsenal. And I hope that wouldn't have been the case, because we've seen in pre-season how good we've looked. And I feel like it shouldn't have been an issue if we did lose today. Not too much of an issue, because, it can happen. And last season, we almost got top 4 despite losing 3 games at the start of the season. And do you know what? Crystal Palace away, as I've said, it's a really tough fixture, this. A draw wouldn't have been a bad result. So to come away with a 2-0 win is really good. I'm really, really happy with that. So what did I think of the system? And by the way, I will normally get your comments in. I've just ran out of time today. As you know, I do the, I get your questions and comments in. We'll start doing that in the next game. But for now, I'm going to talk about the system, because it's the first game of the season. We've got some new debuts being made. What do I think of Zinchenko starting, for example? What did I think about Ben White at right back again? It's a tricky one, because when Tierney's fully fit, does he start ahead of Zinchenko? For me right now, no. I think today was another really good example of Zinchenko's quality. He offers us a bit more versatility than Tierney does. At one point when Xhaka got his yellow card and we got into the second half, and I was thinking, okay, if Xhaka has to come off, what do? We've got Sambi on the bench, we've got El Neni, and then I realised, oh my God, Zinchenko, left-footed, can play at centre mid. We could put him into midfield and then bring Tierney on at left back. He just gives us way more options, which is a great thing to have. And of course, he did get the assist today. And Tierney gets his assists, so it's good to see that they're both good in the attacking part of the pitch as well. But Tierney offers more defensive stability, I feel like. It is a tricky one, but I feel like with Zinchenko, with the way that the system works when we get forward and the back, it becomes a back 3. We see Ben White tuck in, Saliba and Gabriel. Gabriel basically playing at left back when we've got the ball, so Zinchenko can push forward and tuck into midfield. That works, and I don't think with Tierney it would work so well. Talking of Ben White, though, I feel like, first of all, you've got to give him props, because he's up against one of the most tricky, annoying wingers. Every time Zaha got the ball, I was worried. He's a very stressful player to defend against, and I can't imagine how difficult that was. And he's done a very decent job. There's just a few things in Ben White's game that I don't think suit him out wide. At one point he got the ball and tried to take on a player, and it didn't go well, and they almost scored from it. And of course, he's not the quickest player. He's not a right back by trade, but he did a good job. The thing is, if Tomiyasu is fit, does he start ahead of Ben White at right back? Yes, I think he does. And Tomiyasu has the same physical qualities. He's just as tall. He's taller, I think. He's probably a bit more physical, a bit stronger than Ben White. Good on the ball, intelligent. He's got two good strong feet. He's right-footed and left-footed. He can tuck in on that right side just like Ben White did tonight pretty well. So honestly, I just, with Saliba being, I think, our best centre-back, I just don't know who partners him. I think it's Gabriel and Saliba. I think they're the best duo. Which means Ben White, our shiny 50 million signing from last year, doesn't get into the team. So then I'm thinking, well, do we go 3 at the back? Zinchenko and Tomiyasu as wing-backs? I don't know. And then you have to drop, one of the attacking players. Really tricky. Moving into midfield, we did get some booing when Partey got the ball. No surprise with what's going on in the news, and we're not going to get into that today, but the Crystal Palace fans were obviously booing every time Partey got the ball. But in terms of Partey's performance today, decent. Very, very decent. I think, what's going on right now, whether it's true or not, who knows, it doesn't seem to be weighing on his mind too much. It could have easily been a very distracting thing for him and didn't look himself, or maybe didn't even want to play. But the fact is, he started today and he did a good job. And I think Xhaka was great next to him as well. I did see a couple of times, if you look at the Palace team, which, by the way, it's a good team. It's a very, very solid team. Schlupp, Doucouré, their new signing, and Eze were absolutely dominant because Partey and Xhaka couldn't keep up with them. If Erdegaard was going up the pitch, if he was caught in this kind of area here, it just wasn't an easy task for Partey and Xhaka to try and maintain, I don't know, some of that possession in midfield, and that's where we got overrun. And I think that might be the key to break down Arsenal. If you've got a really pacey team, a really pacey midfield that's strong and powerful, I think that would be the key. And maybe it was partly because Odegaard had a bit of a quieter game today that it was a bit easier for Crystal Palace in midfield. But yeah, I thought that's where they looked best. And of course, Zaha going down this left side was causing havoc. But fair play to Saka as well for getting back and defending. And finally, the saves that Ramsdale made, 2 saves in this game that were goal-scoring opportunities, really, really important. And he's got the new number 1 shirt. Of course, I do want to say, like, Leno has been fantastic for us, and I wish him all the best at Fulham. But our new number 1, looking good. I think, though, guys, it's very easy to say I'm happy. It's a 2-0 win. I can relax now. This has been on my mind for like a week or two, knowing it's coming. You know, pre-season was a distraction, and now it's like, oh, the season's beginning. We've done it. We've got the opening win. And now we've got the weekend to enjoy. Us Arsenal fans can sit back and watch other results unfold that might surprise us. Maybe we're going to see a Tottenham loss, a Chelsea loss, a United loss, or whatever. We've done our job. And we're top of the league. So not a bad way to start the season.